Come on! Let's go, baby! Wake up, wake up, wake up! Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's lock in! Brandon is here. Let's go, baby. V-Storian, my son, has arrived. Let's go. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on in, guys. Come on in. Everybody take a seat. It's going to be a banger day. Come on. Everybody come in and take a seat. Please, there's room right in the front row if you'd like to come on. Come on. Come on. Smoke, what's up? FSD driver, what is up? What is up? What is up? Good morning, legends. Good morning, my people. Here's what you need to know. Here's what you need to know. Welcome, welcome to day 77 of Vibe Coding every day until I buy my family a house. We are at $43,390 earned since we started this live stream challenge. And I just want to remind you that this is not Vibe Coding until I get bored. I just want to remind you this is not Vibe Coding until I get frustrated and give up. Neither is this Vibe Coding until I lose my, well, maybe, possibly that. This is Vibe Coding until I buy my family a house. It is day 77, and we have earned $43,390 since we started the live stream. We have shipped cnvs.dev, our beautiful agentic development environment that Steve Jobs would use, that Tony Stark would use himself. We are trying to equip humans with the tools to unleash their full creativity and go from zero to revenue as fast as possible. And I need you guys to wake up, baby. Come on! What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Hello, hello. What do we have for refreshments this morning? Did the delivery driver get lost again? No, you're gonna see we have we just added recently the Spindrift tea. They're slightly sweet brewed iced tea with real squeezed fruit. Okay, the only thing I'm going to say about this is when you do scoop your creatine into it, it's slightly carbonated. So just be careful when you scoop 5 to 10 to 15 grams of creatine into your Spindrift tea. It could bubble up and overflow. I don't want the whole stream lab getting covered in. It's a mess. It's a mess is all I've got to say. So grab your refreshments, grab your creatine, grab your protein. I need you guys caffeinated. I need you guys fully locked in, and I need you guys massively awake today. We got to keep pushing. We have to keep pushing. Come on. Don't worry about this gigantic brown liquid I'm drinking. It was an iced coffee. It was an iced coffee. Let's continue. Let's continue on here. I got to show you guys this. I got to show you this. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. You're not even going to believe this. I hope you guys have your seatbelts fastened. I really hope you guys have your seatbelts fastened. All right, check this out. Check this out. Yesterday, we were working on the iOS app, and I've said it many a times before, I do not want a terminal interface inside of the iOS app. I want to have the iPhone. I want to have a almost iMessage style chat between you and your Claude Code agent, your Codex agent, your Kimi agent, your Qwen agent, whatever it is that you are running inside of Canvas. Okay. And so we have gone, we've gone in the back door. We've grabbed the JSON-L file that the agents leave behind as they are working on stuff. And we are decoding the responses from the JSON-L file and sending those to the iPhone app to get a clean text output. And it even has emojis working. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. It even has emojis working. So this is a very rough state. It's a rough state, but we have all of our agents, and I'm able to message them back and forth. We have to clean up 1,000 things before we're able to ship this to production. And by ship to production, I mean to ship to the test flight. So, I mean, I don't even want to wait. I want to get straight into it, and I want to get shipping code immediately. Carfax! FS Driver says, I just had an ice cap. So let's jump straight into it. Let's jump straight into it. No Name is here. What is up, No Name? What is up? Guys, can you type a 1 in chat if you had nightmares about Meta Muse Code 1.2, or was that just me? Did you guys have nightmares about Meta's new LLM they released yesterday, or was that just me? I genuinely feel like I was the very first person to test the model out, and it was on me to. Yesterday was a crazy day. The model came out. I instantly tested it out. It was terrible, and it felt like it was on me to report the news to the world that it's absolute slop garbage. I mean, it was not good. It was not good, guys. Carfax got PTSD from that model. Is it OP? It's not OP. It's the opposite of OP. It's the opposite of OP. All right, so I feel like this should be on this side, and then this should be over here for maximum testing capabilities. So I'm thinking that I let this sit for too long, and it might have lost connection to the canvas, but let me say. I'm going to say hello and type that in there. I need to put a new password in, and then, okay, so that sent the message over to my Claude Code agent, and then it sent back, hello, I'm here, ready whenever you are, and this says, hello, I'm here and ready whenever you are. Okay, so that's working beautifully. It absolutely fires me up, the thought of having a beautiful iMessage style conversation with the agent that is running on your Mac or your Linux server inside of your project directory with full context of your project from your phone. Just unbelievable. I can't wait. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. As this, like, selfishly, I just want to be able to walk away from the computer and, and send some prompts and keep an eye on what all my agents are doing at all times. I feel like this is like a 10x productivity multiplier thing, but also a 10x quality of life thing. Because we have this beautiful phone in our pocket, but it's so clunky, the current setup with interacting with your agents inside of their project directory. But to be able to pull up the Canvas app, have all of your agents inside of it, like I said, Claude Code, Codex, Qwen, Kimi, whatever you want in a beautiful, ultra simple interface. Banger. I love that. So I think the first bug that I have is a weird one where, all right, so I just switched to Codex. And I think that it's strangely fully dependent on what is up in the canvas. What is live inside the canvas, which obviously is not going to be the end state of the app at all. But if I say, hey, it just entered it into this Claude Code agent, which makes no sense at all. So that's our starting point here that we need to figure out. Spawn a Grok agent.
Marshall, the Grok Klee is ready.
What is that voice? I forgot that our I gotta add another $1 to our Grok voice code API key. It's insane how efficient it is. Like, I'm gonna add $20 right now, and we're gonna see how far that gets us. I think the last time I added money was... I don't even remember the last time I added money. Let me see if we're back. Marshall, can you make a MD file in this project directory called CNVS iPhone app?
Sent to Marshall.
Beautiful. That's way better. That's way better. All right. All right, one thing on Canvas app, I really love it, but when the orchestrator wants to spawn more than 4 agents, it tells me it can't. Also would love to be able to delegate the orchestrator role. All right, let's take that limit off. Let's take that limit off. Can you please spawn a Claude agent?
Rubble, the Claude Code is ready.
Rubble, right now I want you to do a deep dive on the orchestration system, and sometimes, actually all the time, it limits a orchestrator to spawning 4 agents via the true orchestration system. How can we go about letting the orchestrator orchestrate as many agents as it would like?
Sent to Rubble.
Quen is back on AA, but that benchmark is compromised. Looks great. Just wondering how you would evaluate the agent work when it's done from the phone. Can you stream the browser/emulator to the phone? We're gonna have to figure something out there. By the way, Carfax, I will get that to you today without fail, brother. So sorry about that. All right. Wondering how you would emulate the agent work when it's done from the phone. Can you stream the browser emulator to the phone? Oh, wait. Oh, yes. Yeah. So if you're doing a web project, you mean? That's a great question. I don't have an answer for that right now. I guess we could talk to an agent and we could figure out what the best route for going about doing that is. For V1, I know that we're not going to have any sort of like browser or emulation type thing at all. For V2, 100%, I could see us diving into somehow proxying the browser through the relay server to the phone, so that if it builds a project and, pulls it up in the server at like localhost 3000, then your phone can see the changes that it made there. I think that'd be really nice. The workaround I could see for like before we get to that stage. So like if V1 is purely agent control, I can text, I can voice prompt my agents, and that's it. That's the only thing. Halfway there, I could see having the agent use the Canvas browser screenshot ability that we already have to just screenshot the project it's working on and send those screenshots in a very clean way inside of the iPhone app possibly could be a better workflow than even doing the whole proxy thing, because we could have it like, let's say we're building out a web page, right? We're building out a web page, guys, and we're doing it mobile from the phone. I could say to the agent, I want you to use the Canvas in-app browser. Send me a screenshot of what the landing page we just built looks like on a phone, on a tablet, on a 1080p screen, and a 4K screen. And then inside the chat window that you're having with your agent, it could just send you all of those individual items after it renders it inside of the Canvas in-app browser and takes a screenshot and adjusts because we already have it set up so that it can adjust the resolution to show you what it looks like on an iPhone or on a tablet or on a 1080p screen, 1440p screen, or a 4K screen. And from the phone, we want to make it as simple as possible. We want to make this something where you're on the go and you're not at your computer. We're not trying to make a computer experience on your phone. We're trying to make the phone experience of vibe coding. So I think that taking it out of your hands and maybe having the agent do a little bit more work on its end and be like, here you go. Here's what the site we made looks like on all these different devices. What do you think? Could be an interesting route to explore. Could definitely be an interesting route to explore. Marco, what's up? That should not be super complicated. Canvas needs to share the same port on the relay. Remote Codex is pretty good at opening HTML wireframes. Not sure how they do it. I typed that just as you were saying it. That's funny. The crazy version would be full window remote control for non-web software. As sort of like a server that has a confidence interval for everything that you say, and it's very fine-tuned. Like, we fine-tuned it based off of I think it was like 200 people using the alpha of Canvas. Whereas when I say something, like I say open Claude Code, it'll put a confidence percentage to what I said via the NVIDIA Parakeet voice to text. And so if it gets above a certain gate, like let's say it assigns a 0.70 and then 1 is maximum, then it will fire open Claude Code. So it's like reading, it's reading the output from NVIDIA Parakeet, which is super fast, local voice to text, assigning a confidence interval of like a whole bunch of different things, what it thinks could be the best. The winner wins. If it doesn't get past a certain gate, though, then it will do nothing. You know, so like if I ask it to go buy me a protein shake, that won't get a high enough confidence interval for it to fire anything off. And it's just been a lot of fine tuning, and it's nowhere near perfect, and there's a ton of bugs, but it's gotten to the point where it's ultra usable, and it's amazing how fast it is and that it's fully local. The other voice control system that we have is GPT Realtime, and then we have Grok Voice as well, but those are all API calls. Honestly, the biggest bug, the biggest bug for NVIDIA Parakeet that I don't use it as often is, and I don't know if it's just me or not, but I struggle with the word rubble. I don't know if it's how I say it. It's all of the R names, actually. Rubble. So, like, everything works so good for me as far as spawning agents, prompting agents, opening browser. Opening the browser preview is crazy that it's able to figure that out. Like, if I say, open a browser preview and navigate to cnvs.dev.
Opening the preview.
There's no LLM there besides the NVIDIA Parakeet doing voice to text, and then that thing that I just told you about with the confidence interval situation. Which I guess you could kind of think of that as an ultra basic LLM, because that is kind of how LLMs work, sort of. Rubbish. Wait, no, the stream is laggy? Laggy stream for me? Yeah, lag is crazy. I can't even click play. Looks like it's working now. No more lag. Black Mamba, what is up? Lucky, what is up? How are you doing? Shoni, welcome back today. Smickle, thanks for being here. Bleachify is in the building. So back. It's back now. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Amaze. What mic stand is that? This is a super cheap Amazon ripoff of the Elgato low profile by Fine. Fine. And it's awesome. It's actually really good. I don't know how good the Elgato one is, but this one is awesome. I love that it's low profile and it just gets out of the way completely. Versus like the one that I had that I broke very early days of the stream, which is the one where it goes like up like this and then down. Those I think are not good. They're not good. Those are bad. Nobody wants that. All right, so it says, as far as increasing the orchestration capability, because right now it's limited to 4. Here's the full picture. The 4-agent cap was real, and it's already gone from the build you're running. That's what I thought. I thought it was gone from. Let me just try and see if a Grok agent can open up like 5. Close everything. Spawn a Grok agent.
Chase the Grok CLI is ready.
Chase, can you please spawn 5 Codex agents in this canvas?
Sent to Chase. Chase is spinning up 5 agents.
All right, so with 1.4, it does allow you to spawn 5 agents, but I'm wondering if I tell it to do an orchestration, if that changes anything. Spawn a Kimmy agent.
Your Kimmy agent is up and ready to work.
Sorry, my dogs are going ballistic right now.
No worries at all.
Not you! Chase, can you please orchestrate 4 Grok agents to build a beautiful Subway Surfers clone that runs in Three.js?
Sent to Chase.
Belly! We're gonna say. Oh, I just said 4. I'm an idiot. Hold on. Spawn a Kimmy agent.
Kid me, the Claude code is ready.
No. Spawn a Kimmy agent.
Chase the Kimi code is ready.
Chase, can you please orchestrate 6 Grok agents to build a absolutely beautiful Subway Surfers clone?
Sent to Chase.
Because the only thing I'm wondering is if I use the terminology orchestrate, if that matters as far as because it's going to use the thing that I built called the dumb pipe to orchestrate these agents, and I'm wondering if that is where that limitation came from that that Carfax was talking about. But we're gonna see right now. We're gonna see right now. Humble, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Low profile for the win. Yes, yes, yes. What's the tabletop? I did make the tabletop myself. It's a secret though. It's a secret what I made it out of. Make Liberty higher on the list. That's a good idea. Just avoid the issue. Just avoid the R issue, the Rebel issue. Lopez says, good morning. So sleepy. I'm not sleepy. Are you sleepy? Codename Zulu says, what's up? What's up? What's up? How are you, Codename? Rapid is here. Let's go. What am I developing? I'm developing Canvas right now. I'm building Canvas out. I'm building... building Canvas. Every time somebody asks me what we're building, I'm just gonna make this a little bit larger, to the point where we're eventually just gonna be like the whole stream is just gonna be we're building Canvas. I'm building Canvas. I'm just messing with you. I'm just giving you a hard time. We're building Canvas, which is an agentic development environment. We're building out Canvas right now. All right, Qued removed the 5-hour limit. I just saw. Are you kidding me? What's the voice API you're calling? So that's not a voice API. That is that's NVIDIA Parakeet. The voice that you are hearing through your headphones, that is that's Grok voice, and that is the Eve voice. That's Grok voice, and that's the Eve voice right there. But the actual like computation of prompting and spawning the agents and all that is done through NVIDIA Parakeet running fully local. I've been better, bro, but I'm gonna make it. I love to hear it. I don't hear that you've been. I don't like to hear that you've been better, but I love to hear that you're gonna make it because we're all gonna make it massively. We're all gonna make it massively. Bleachify says, sorry for making you repeat, but couldn't catch my question on that thing you talked to. I heard the confidence level part, but like, is it something I can use? No, I mean, you can use it if you go to cnvs.dev and purchase Canvas. But it's totally proprietary to Canvas. Ask Kratos said, what are you building, bro? All right, let's head back over to CNVS and then let's close day 76 to-do list MD.
Close day 76 to do.
Organize.
Organized.
Columns. Shit. Organize columns. I don't know if that's a... Oh, that is a
Side by
possibility.
side.
All right, great. Marshall, can you please open the Canvas iPhone app MD file in the MD reader inside of CNVS?
Sent to Marshall.
Oh, I think we found out yesterday that agents can't actually do that from the... I think we found out yesterday that agents can't actually control the markdown situation. Markdown tools are disabled. Yep. All right. That's fine. I'm going to go Command K, and then I'm just going to start writing Markdown, and then I'm going to hit Open Markdown, and then I'm going to go to Canvas iPhone app, and then we're going to open that. And I'm gonna go back to column view because I want to roll with column view a little bit today. We could turn off tidy when Windows open, and then that way there won't auto tidy on us, which will be nice because it'll just it'll keep things the same. organize columns.
Side by side.
Okay. So I'm just going to write to-dos here. And then our first to-do is going to be fixing the agent open always receives the prompt bug. Sky, there is a weird bug, you could call it, where when I send a prompt via a agent I've picked inside of the iPhone app, it only sends it to the agent that is open inside stage mode inside of the CNVS Mac app, where obviously it should only send it to the agent that I'm chatting with inside of the iPhone app. Can you please do a deep dive on this and find the surgical fix for this and give me an ultra brief report back?
Stage.
No. Not when I just got done saying how good the confidence interval thing was. There is a strange bug where when I have a agent inside of stage mode inside of CNVS Mac app, then I send a prompt via the iPhone app. Let's say I send a prompt from the iPhone app on Marshall, but I have Chase open inside of the Mac app. It will not send it to Marshall. It will send it to Chase, which is obviously wrong. Can you please find a surgical fix for this and give me an ultra brief response back? All right. We got to fix some shit here. We got to get locked in. Let me see if this fired up 6 agents or not. It says dispatching all 6 Grok agents now. Each owns exactly 1 module. Where are they? Where are they, guys? All right, Rapid says... Oh, God. First, just me says, trying anti-gravity right now, I do not like it so far. I cannot recommend you using anti-gravity. I cannot recommend that. Please do not do that.
6 agents.
Rapid Philspo says, when you buy a house for your family, what kind of house will you buy? Houses should be at least 20 acres with cocktail bar, VIP lounge, jacuzzi, sauna, barbecue kitchens, cinema, poker room, and pool party. He asked me what kind of house I'm going to buy, and then he described the exact house I'm going to buy. Garlic, welcome. What is up? Billy Quinn says, I wonder if I can use Agent Kimmy Swarm on Canvas. Yes, so Kimmy Swarm is fully enclosed inside of the Kimmy harness. So 100%. 100%. When you run a harness inside of Canvas, it's the full harness. So anything that runs inside of the individual harnesses will always work. Just like Dynamic Workflows works on Claude, Kimi Swarm will work inside of Kimi Code, and whatever the other names for the other harnesses are. For all of them. And also, welcome to the stream, Philly. And good morning, welcome, Garlic Crouton. Let's fucking go. Brandon says, I could hear the itching to do a demo in your voice. I really... It's the most demoable software of all time. I can't help it. If a person is blind but has a dream, can they see it? 100%. I think so. 1,000%. Can you explain this Canvas connect to an MCP server thing? I'm a bit confused. You don't need to know anything about that. You don't need to know anything about it. The MCP server is all in the background. The MCP server is all in the background. The MCP server just lets the agents control the canvas. So if I open up a agent, close everything, spawn a Grok agent.
Chase, the Grok CLI is
Chase, can you please spawn 3 Codex agents inside this canvas?
sent to Chase.
All right, so Chase is going to use the MCP server that's running in the background of Canvas in
Chase is
order
spinning up
to
Marshall,
spawn
Sky, and Rebel.
all those agents. All right. It can use the MCP server to do a lot of other things as well. Like read agent state and outcomes, close agents, open the browser, navigate the browser, take a screenshot of what the browser is looking at, draw diagrams on the canvas. It uses the MCP to access the cross-agent memory system. But the MCP is running in the background, and there's no real need to know what's going on there. All right, so it says fixed, verified live with Chase. I want to, guys, I want to experiment with running, the... Chase, can you please give me a ultra brief summary of the exact fix for this? And I think this might be an issue that affects other agent harnesses as well, not just Codex.
Sent to Chase.
I want to experiment with running Fable at medium again today. The other day I was running Fable at medium and the output was so much faster. It was still it was hitting. It was still like nailing everything. You know, and I just don't think unless you have a serious problem that you're dealing with or you're just starting a project, I just don't think there's any benefit right now to using Fable on extra high or high. Like, you put it on medium, and then it's kind of like a speed demon. It's much faster. Like, I don't even know, 5 times faster, 10 times faster, but still incredible at getting shit done. And Opus might be better on a lower thinking level, to be honest. So let me close this. It said it fixed the thing where it's sending prompts to whatever agent is just open. I might have to sync these, but I don't know. I'm gonna say, hello, Marshall. So that's sent. It did not send to Chase. Okay, so that's promising. Let me just wait and see if I get a reply back from Marshall, because all right, so It says, I have to come clean. There's no Marshall other than it's just me, Rubble. Fun trivia, though. Marshall used to be CMVS's name orchestrator seat before he ripped that out in July. It survives only... Okay, hold on. So that did send it to Marshall. The agents don't know their names, like, inside of the chat window. So that's why it said I have to come clean. All right, so let me see if I can message Chase while I have Marshall selected. So I'm going to go back to Chase. We're back to Chase, and doesn't seem like Chase wants to load. Let's leave Marshall open, and then let's try to message Sky. What is the best color choice for a landing page? For those of you just joining, we're cranking away on getting an iPhone app built for Canvas. Man, why did that say /compact? Why did that say /compact? It did send it to Sky. I can see that it did that. Very strange that it said compact. I'm going to, and we got the response. So it cleaned up the issue where the agent that's open inside of Canvas is the one that the iPhone defaults to sending to, which is awesome. Now we need to figure out why Chase is not loading, and also why it sent compact. First, I'm going to put this on medium effort. I'm going to go effort, /effort, and then just put this on medium. Yes, switch to medium. And then Sky. That worked perfectly, the fix there. I have another weird thing going on where my Codex agent, Chase, is not loading on the iPhone app. It just stuck at a spinning spiral. Can we find a surgical fix why the agent might not be loading on the iPhone app, even though it is open inside of the Mac app?
Sent to Sky.
All right, Philly Coin said, first Beach Fight says, peep my question. Hold on. All right, just discovered Canvas Pro. If I was on the paying page, how would you pitch it for me, and how do you handle concurrency, multiple agents not colliding with one another? Right now, I don't handle concurrency agents colliding with one another at all. Originally, we were using Git work trees, and that's obviously something that you can just tell the agents to do. So if like you're using an orchestrator, you can just say to the orchestrator, like let's say I'm using Fable 5 to orchestrate out 10 Grok agents. I would say, when you make a plan for these 10 Grok agents to carry out, have them use individual Git work trees so they're not stepping on each other's toes. I do not do that. I used to do that. I don't do that at all. If you're using the right orchestrator agent, which is Fable 5, which is Kimi K3, which is Qwen 3.8 Max, which is sometimes GPT Soul 5.6, I've never had a single issue with an agent colliding with another agent ever. It makes a contract, and a contract is just like a MD file or a document that all of the sub-agents adhere to, and these agents are incredibly smart about delegating the tasks out in a way that the agents will not work on the same shit or fuck each other up. That being said, after yesterday, I am bringing back the Git work trees thing by default for Canvas because me personally, I like the dynamic workflows that Claude is utilizing out of the best orchestration systems that are available. So all of these harnesses have their own orchestration systems, and I think with CNVS, we will get to being the closest to Claude Code's orchestration system, which is dynamic workflows, which uses Git work trees the majority of the time when it's writing code. It uses a document to orchestrate the agents, which is a good workflow. I like that it does that. And it doesn't leave it up to the agent to just like send them out and watch them and make sure they're completing their task. It actually has a document that prescribes exactly how it'll carry out its task. As for the pitch for CNVS, I would say I'm not going to give you a sales pitch on it, but just watch how I use it. Watch how I use it. If you're somebody that uses different agents for different tasks, and you want to get into agent orchestration, and you want to be able to delegate work out to your agents via your voice, then Canvas is the perfect thing for you. I'm trying to build the vibe coding platform of the future, which the future of vibe coding, I've talked about this many times, is remote agents, which we have that built into Canvas. So I can run agents on my Linux server just as if they're local. I can pass them screenshots from my computer to my remote agents. It's looping, which Canvas does very well with. It's orchestration, which Canvas is built for. And the last and final thing is the ability to order DoorDash via voice prompting, which we're building Canvas Kit, which is going to be a community extension situation where you're going to be able to tie anything you want to GPT Realtime or Grok Voice via the MCP, so that the community can build extensions like the ability to order DoorDash from your GPT Realtime agents. Peachify says, Peep Treehouse by Kung Chen. That could be your solution. Using it, lifesaver. I'll check it out. Oscar, what's up? Patrick says, do you ever think we'll be able to watch or record our dreams? I don't know. Maybe not. Actually, I'm going to say firm no on that one. Philly Coin asked me, Max, do you think I could find businesses struggling on Facebook and make websites for money? I also saw TikToks of people making a ton of TikTok accounts and using Claude plus Higfield to make ads. I don't know. I wouldn't. A lot of these things that you're mentioning are, the outcome is you're trying to make money. Which actually not anytime, every single time I build something trying to make money, I have always failed. But like, if you try and build something because you're trying to follow your natural curiosity, like every time I've been ultra successful with that. And it goes way far back. My project Desk Hub, where you can see your GitHub contribution graph on your desk. I mean, this is ridiculous. No one who's trying to make money would build a hardware project in their basement that has no idea about microprocessors, PCBs, manufacturing components, shipping, distribution, writing code to it. Like, this is not a get rich quick situation at all, but this is one of the most profitable revenue generating projects I've ever done. You know, and it was just literally me following my natural curiosity. And if you follow something that you're naturally curious about, you're going to go so much further and at a level of daily dedication and animosity and psychopath directness than you ever would going at something because you think it's going to make money. Like Canvas, the app that I'm building on stream that's made $40,000 in the last 2 months, I built it because all of the agentic development environments were ugly. Like that's what it came down with. They were disgustingly ugly. And I was sick of it. And I wanted fully voice control my agents, not just prompt them. I want to be able to spawn them. I want to be able to close them. I want to be able to obviously prompt them. All from my voice. I love voice prompting agents. I loved Whisperflow. I feel like Whisperflow got 10% there, and I wanted to go 100% there and be able to spawn agents, prompt them, and control a full agentic development environment with my voice that is beautiful. And it inspires me to do my best work. At the time, not a lot of people were doing the remote agents thing. I wanted to build that in. No one had a Hermes integration. I wanted to build in the Hermes integration. No one was building anything based off research. So I researched a cross agent memory system and I built that in so there's no context bloat. Like all of that stuff, if I were just in it to purely make money, like I know that the title of the stream is Buy My Family a House, but if I were purely in it to make money, there's no version of me that would go to that length of like fully psychopath working all the hours I have available to work, staying up, waking up at 3 a.m., fixing stuff. Like there's no version of myself, if I was just purely in it to make money, that would go that far. Like Talk Macros, the dieting app that I made, I wanted to be able to log my food from an iPhone without being able to touch it. So I made a calorie tracker that you can say SIRI and then say exactly what you ate, how many grams of oatmeal, I used it this morning, how many pieces of turkey bacon, how many eggs you had, and it logs it right away for you from your voice. So I built Talk Macros because it was something I made myself, and then I spent countless hours every single day refining it, making it to an incredible app, and then it took off and made a ton of money. But if I were somebody that was just like, I want to make a bunch of money, like let me build a calorie tracker, there's no shot I would have a unique way of going about it, and I would have the follow through and level of dedication that I had with Talk Macros that would make it like successful in the end. Max rambling about how to be genuinely psychotic. I love it. Absolutely. Absolutely. So the gadget on your desk gives the time? It doesn't give the time. No. You could have it give the time. It can do API calls, so you could have it give the call. Purpose, passion, money. Follow your curiosity, study the blade. Let's go, LDL. Welcome. Felipe, let's go. Late to the stream, but glad to see you, great folks. Let's go. Loopy says, so GPT real time is always running, then spawns when you say canvas? No. So I have a keybind set to fire off GPT real time. I have a keybind set to fire off NVIDIA Parakeet. And then I have a keybind set to do just regular like Whisperflow style voice dictation. You can think about it this, like GPT real time is fully conversational. That's where I can have the conversation with the canvas, Hey, what's going on today? Are you awake?
I'm awake and ready, like a very caffeinated little voice companion. What are we working on today? Code, canvas cleanup?
We're writing code. Can you go ahead and open a Kimi agent?
Your Kimi agent is up and ready to go. What do you want to tell it first?
Actually, you know what? Close that Kimi agent, and then when you're done with that, can you organize the canvas into columns?
The Kimi agent is closed, and the canvas is now arranged in columns.
So that's the conversational version, right? And then the opposite end of the spectrum is the NVIDIA Parakeet, which you have to say the voice commands. But if you do Command K, like when you first get the app, you do an onboarding. It's a Canvas. It's actually a video game, and it teaches you all of the the voice commands. All right, so for the iPhone app, it says surgical fix 3 small pieces. 1, the chat locate now keys on the files. M time. This terminal's codex is actively writing it, which survives resume. All right, let me see. It says it's fixed. So now the app automatically loads the conversations. I don't know if I believe it. But let me say. So if I hit wow. Holy shit, actually. Yo, I'm telling you right now, guys. You're going to have to take my word for this. Fable 5 in medium is the raw dog. It's so fast, and it's almost 90% of the time, it's just as good as Fable 5 in extra high. All right, so let's try to message some of these and see if this actually works. So we have Chase, the Codex agent is open. I'm gonna say, "How are you today?" ? And then send that off. And that worked perfectly. Now let's go back over to Marshall. I'm gonna say, "What is good today?" ? And we can go to Marshall and let me see if that worked. That worked perfectly. Okay, let's go back to Chase. Oh my God, this is so much better. It's so much better. Wow. All right. Let me say, is SAS really dead? ? So we have to explore the Grok agents today because Sierra, you gotta stop crying, honey. My family is playing outside, and my German Shepherd is very sad and upset about the fact that she's left out in here with me. We have to check out Grok because supposedly Grok is not supported that well with the way we are going about extracting the text from these terminals. We have to try out Grok. We have to try out Kimi because that's also not supported that well. We have to try out OpenCode because that's also not supported that well. Basically, Codex and Claude Code are like tier 1, supported extremely well with the way we are handling the terminal text to text inside the app. Oscar says, I've been using Opus 5 on Medium, and the results are basically the same as far as I can tell. They're the same, but they're probably like they're probably delivered like 10 times faster on Opus 5. All right, Philly Quinn says, and you built that desktop thing without any AI. That's pre-AI era. So this was before we were vibe coding. This was when we were doing I forget what GPT we were on, but this is when we just had the chat, the web chat. I think I'm naturally curious at making a website for people. If it fails, maybe I'll start my own project. You're totally right, though. That's great. That's great. Why do you use real-time over Grok? I thought it was best. So Grok is incredible because it's super fast. It is not as reliable as GPT real-time is. Like I'll put it in Grok for the rest of the day today. I'm gonna switch it to Grok. And we'll roll with Grok the rest of the day. All right, so this ad screen I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And I'm confused as to how I'm going to fix it. So this is the screen you get for if you want to add an agent from the mobile app for Canvas. You hit add, and then you basically type what you want the agent to do here, and then you select which agent you want to choose. It doesn't have all the agents that are inside of Canvas for some reason. And then I just don't like this workflow. I don't like this workflow. I don't know. Actually, when I first saw this, I hated everything about it. But then like this morning when I was playing around with it, I was like, maybe this is good. Let's start a poll. Let's start a poll. Actually, I'm gonna wireframe a completely different setup, and then we'll start a poll on that, and we can ask which one we prefer. But first, we have to have it fix the fact that we're missing agents. Hello, are you there? Can you hear me?
I'm here and listening. What can I help you with?
Alrighty, can you prompt Sky that I don't have all my agents when I hit the new task button inside of the iOS app? I'm missing like Grok and Kimmy and Quen. How do I make it so that the agent list inside of the iPhone app is always perfectly in sync with the agent list inside of CNVS Mac app?
Send to Sky. He's on it.
All right, so that is that's Grok Voice Fast Think 2.0 from Elon Muskrat. What voice are you using to respond to you? It's Grok Voice that responds to me. Are we not trying Prime Agent? We haven't tried Prime Agent yet. I just don't know. I don't know if if I'm believing any of that situation. I just don't know if I'm believing any of that situation. Can you close everything that's open inside this canvas?
Closed everything down. Canvas is clean.
Can you please open a Grok agent?
Chase the Grok
Exit-
CLI is
Exit stage mode and go to grid mode.
grid it is. All your agents laid out evenly.
Can you please prompt Chase and have it do some deep research on the Prime Intellect harness that recently got released and figure out what the general consensus is on X, if it is good and groundbreaking or if it's just complete bullshit. And also, can you do some deep research on the side and figure out if there are any benchmarks that have like a proven this increases the potential outcome of working with an LLM massively, and if there's actually any weight behind the claims they're making.
Sent to Chase. Chase is digging into the Prime Intellect harness release. Quick scan shows it's getting buzz as a real architectural shift.
All right, can you please
IPython kernel as the only tool, self-refining harness.
See,
but the
right now I should be
95.5%
interrupting. I should be.
AGI3 score with Opus 5.
That's what I mean about Grok not being always that reliable. Like sometimes little things with it, interruption handling, sometimes it'll just completely ignore. GPT Real-Time will never ignore interruption handling. It has the best interruption handling on planet Earth. I'm fully convinced that there is no voice agent that is anywhere near close to the interruption handling that GPT Real-Time has. Hello, can you hear me?
I'm listening. Go ahead.
All right. Can you please go back to the CNVS canvas?
Back on the CNVS canvas. What's next?
Can you please read for me the response that Chase gave starting at the fix?
Chase's last reply was an ultra-brief summary of the fix. The app keeps a live 0600 file in its data directory that maps each terminal's shell PID to its node ID and token. When the CLI tools can't find an identity in the environment, they walk the parent PID chain to pull the matching entry from that file, exactly like the existing control-endpoint.json fallback. And yes, it hits any harness that drops or freezes the terminal env, not just codecs.
All right, can you please tell Chase to implement a surgical fix for this and write a ultra clean test that we can run on a dev build of Canvas? Once the fix is in place, open a fresh dev build. Do not close the current dev build that I have or the current app that I have, and run the testing suite to ensure that this works perfectly across the board.
Sent to Chase. Chase is already on it. He's implementing the surgical fix and the clean test.
All right, can you please close Rubble for now?
There's no REPL open. Rubble's the only terminal I could match.
Okay, great. Go to sleep. All right, it says synced. The Chipro now renders the max live detected catalog. You can see the proof in the screenshot. All right, let me see this. So I should have all the agents available inside of the iPhone app now, which I do. It looks like Cursor and Quen either are not getting the right logos or they're not sized correctly. I don't think that's the Cursor logo either. So let me try and pull open a Grok agent. I'll select Grok, and then I'm just going to say, what's up? And I'll send this. Oh, that's another thing, is this list should immediately refresh after you send out or add a new agent. All right, so Grok defaulted to the CLI terminal view, which is obviously not what we want at all. Like, we want all of the agents to use this iMessage style thing, but I do think it's going to be very difficult to figure out how we do that inside of with the Grok build CLI. It's not going to be straightforward at all. How do you find app ideas? Marco, honestly, like, a lot of the app ideas that I've made have just been solving my own problems. And like, when you solve your own problems, there's so many people in the world that are exactly like you, unfortunately. So they're going to have the same problems too. And if you solve your own problem good enough, then you can charge money for it. I typically won't solve my own problem unless there is another app that is doing $50,000 a month in revenue. That way there, it's somewhat of a validated product. Because if I solve my own problem with something entirely unique, that could be a massive payoff, but it also is a massive risk to take on. And then anytime I create a product, I am putting a entirely unique spin on it. Like Talk Macros, the calorie tracker app, like logging everything by voice was unique at the time from Siri using AI. So you could just list out like everything you had that day. And I built that because when my kids were young, it was way too much work for me to weigh my food and then pull my phone out and then search for each individual item and then log it. So I just wanted to weigh my food, and then I wanted to say, hey Siri, I had 100 grams of chicken breast, 10 grams of ranch, 150 grams of potatoes, 10 grams of butter, and then it would automatically log all of that for me. Or I just had 2 scoops of chocolate whey protein from this brand, 1 serving of peanut butter, and a banana. And then it would log all of that for me. So I already knew that calorie trackers are validated because there's 100 of them doing $50,000 a month. And then I hadn't seen any other calorie tracker that had the ability for me to just say what I ate in plain English to Siri and have it sent to the app. And then the app would use AI to turn that into highly accurate food logging. Okay, so the Grok voice. All right. We're gonna figure this out, guys. Sky, the Grok agent defaults to the CLI view on the app. How are we going to go about making it look like iMessage, just like the Codex and the Claude Code agents?
Guy's got the plan now.
Can you spawn another Claude Code agent and then make sure we are still in organized in like column mode?
Marshall, the Claude Code is ready, side by side.
All right, can you please prompt Marshall and tell him that the logos for the individual agents, specifically Cursor and I forgot the other one, but the logos are small. They're not uniform size. When I look through the chips for starting a new task on the iPhone app, and we need to make sure that they are the actual logos from the company. I don't think the Cursor logo is right. I think all the other ones are correct, but they are not a uniform size. I don't know if we need to have like a uniform height or something like that, so that inside of the chips, the logos for the individual AI agents that you're choosing feel cohesive.
Marshall's on it. He'll sort the Cursor logo and get them all uniform.
All right, Grok has improved a lot, to be honest. It's 1.0 or 2.0. What voice are you using to respond to you? This is the latest Grok voice. It's Grok. It's the one that just came out the other day. Grok voice Think Fast 2.0. And actually yesterday, they didn't make it public, but they released a massive upgrade to the non-fast version of Grok. Grok Voice just 2. And we probably should try that out as well. I do like when the real-time agents are very fast inside of Canvas, so I'm not sure that I will like it better. But it could be interesting because it has to be 100% reliable. Like, that's obviously above speed. Is that it's fully reliable, and I'm sure that the Grok 2.0 will be much more reliable than the Grok Fast Think Voice 2.0 is. All right, Chris Link says, talk to ChatGPT on Luna Extra High or your preferred agent. Ask it to quiz you about your own interests and your own competencies. It will help you find problems you have to solve. That's a good idea. All right, Philly Quinn says, can you show the tabs like it has bubble icons in the side left bar and has partition right side showing what's being worked on? If you click it, it will full screen. I don't know what that means at all, Philly Coin. Can you show the tabs like it has bubble icons on the sidebar left? You mean when I go in this mode? But this is the sidebar right. Like this? So this is just stage mode. And you can have the real-time agent enter stage mode whenever you want. Like you can say, can you put Sky on the stage?
Sky's front and center.
And so now I'm in stage mode and I can focus whatever agent I want. You can go back to grid mode and then you can see all of your agents inside the grid. Got to do a long stream today. I got to stay awake. Why? Why do you have to stay awake? You got a lot of work to do or something, Don? Also, welcome, Don. Let's go, baby. You make the mobile app through Xcode. Yeah, yep. Got to. All right, let's head back over to the ImageGen API. Yesterday, I had spawn a Grok agent.
Chase the Grok CLI is ready.
Chase, can you find the HTML file for Canvas CNVS wallpapers that I made yesterday and open it in the CNVS in-app browser?
Sent to Chase.
I have a theme. We made a bunch of wallpapers at the end of yesterday's stream. And I have a theme I want to test out that could be insanely badass. And I want to get the theme made before we ship the next update out. So the update comes with, features, improvements, bug fixes, and a new theme. There it is right there. Night window. So night window is like a rainy window, right? And it's bokeh background. And I just have a feeling this is going to be a banger theme situation, because unlike the majority of our themes where like they're amazing themes, but there's a lot going on in the background, this would be a theme where I could see myself doing a lot of work on this, like when I'm on my laptop, sitting in my chair upstairs or something like that, because it'll be liquid glass over just like a very backgroundable, if that makes sense, a backgroundable wallpaper. Like this will fade into the background very nice. It'll look really good with liquid glass over the top, because you'll just see like the bokeh kind of peeking through and the gentle like animation of the rain on like a window pane. Potentially could be our best theme for Canvas. This one is nice too. This one's more mellow. This is, I'm drinking a coffee. I just got started my day. I'm vibe coding. Animated already. All right, let's animate it. I want to try out Flux 3. No. Yeah, Flux 3. To animate it and see if we get better results than I want to see if we get better results animating this background than with the Kling. Which does mean that I have to grab myself an API key. Oscar says, love it. Makes me want to watch my agents work hard with a cup of coffee. Let's go. That's exactly it, guys. That's exactly it. All right, we got to move this. We got to move this up to standing. Whoa, 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 whoa. What did Don just say? First of all, where is Don's reply? Our downstairs kitchen was filled with smoke, so we paranoid now, waiting on an electrician. Oh, Jesus. That's the worst. I hope that it's nothing. I hope that it's nothing. That is the worst ever. All right, let me grab an API key here, and let's get locked in. And so we're gonna use the latest model Flux 3 from Black Forest to animate these. And it should be a banger. Should be a banger. I hope that it's available via the API is going to be the only thing. All right, I've got the key. I'm opening Canvas. Putting it in the .env. Sudo nano.env. And then Flux. Added. Exit. Save. Yes. Oh, we're locked in. We're absolutely locked in. Now that we know that Don has upstairs money. Upstairs money is the craziest I've ever heard. All right. But yes, it is confirmed that Don has upstairs money. Must be nice, Don. All right, I'm going to open up Claude. And we're going to say, what are we going to say here? Can you please take the 01 night window inside of theme backgrounds index.html and send it to Flux 3, their brand new video model. And I need you to create an ultra high quality, like insanely subtle idle state loop. We're going to animate it so the bokeh is slightly animated. The water droplets on the night window is slightly animated. And it should feel like an ultra cozy, lo-fi YouTube style vibe. Please look up the documentation on the brand new Flux 3 model. The API keys in .env. Do not leak anything API key related or anything like that inside of this agent chat window. I'm live streaming right now. That should work. Possibly. That's how I pronounce Boki. Excited to see Flux 3 in action, though I haven't been able to get access yet. It's publicly available now, I think. I think so, at least. But it's insane. It's crazy. The demo video they have on their website is even crazy itself. Like it's a wild video generation model. Not that I'm sponsored by Flux or anything like that, but dude, everything it makes seems like it's a banger. I just don't know how capable, to be honest, it's going to be at creating like an idle state animation like we're trying to do. That's very subtle, because all of the stuff I've seen Flux doing is like basically like a scene in a movie or something like that, where there's a lot of action happening, there's a lot of stuff going on, and it seems very difficult for these video animation models to create just like a very subtle idle state. Like what I'm talking about with the idle state thing is like how this theme that I have right here, like the only animation there is the water is rippling, and that's basically it. See the water down here? That's all that's happening. Can you organize the canvas in columns?
All tidy in columns.
All right, phone coverage now. Claude, Codex, Grok with Kimmy, Gemini, and Quen on the Honest Raw lane until they get... All right, let's see if it has it. It says... Fable 5 Medium says that it added the ability to have... Grok. I need to log back in again. Which is not right. Sky, I think you reset the simulator with the iPhone app, and it's prompting me to log back in with Apple Login, and it's not allowing me to do that.
Sent to Sky.
We'll see what it says. Lopez says, can we create our own theme side canvas? Not right now, no. Down the road, I definitely want to do that. I have like a lot of community stuff I'd like to add to Canvas, where you can create your own themes, and also like you could share themes. But I don't have that functionality built in yet. It's definitely on the roadmap though. What? A 10-second full HD render is about $2.90 from Flux 3? Doesn't that seem really high for a video generation LLM? Wondering if you grab a key from and paste it into the .env, then either tell me and I'll run it, or run it yourself. I already put the key in. I just put the key in. It says it doesn't have the key. Hold on, let me see. $2.90 for a for one video, which that's not crazy at all, but I'm gonna have to make like 20 of them to get a good one. All right, so it does have the key. Key is under Flux. Make the high quality video. All right, so while that's working, we're going to log the app back in, hopefully, and then see if it got Grok figured out. I'm going to revoke access here. I'm going to make a new code. This is all local, so it doesn't matter them showing this. Paired, approve. I really like the pairing process it has there. Okay. Let's open a new Grok agent. So let's close Rocky. And then I'm going to refresh here. And Rocky is gone. I'm going to make a new Grok agent here on the mobile app. Grok. And I'm going to say, hello, testing the mobile app. Send this. And that worked. It opened up Rocky right here, and it says, hello, testing the mobile app. Let me refresh here. All right, Rocky is here. This looks so clean with the Grok logo and the agent name and the summary at the bottom. And it's perfect. It's perfect. Hold on, let me make sure it's working. What do people think about Muse code 1.2 on X? Question mark. Create a roadmap so everyone can see it. That's a good idea. Flux prices are terrible. Not sure if you heard yet, Max, but Astra expected for next week. Astra. Seriously? I hope so. We need something new. We need something new. All right, so we got a little bit of cleaning up to do. Like it's repeating the X search thing, these tool calls, which I don't know. I mean, maybe it would be repeating those inside the terminal anyways. It definitely has some like markdown formatting issues, I think. Is that what's going on here? Where it has the these what is this character? The pound key? And the stars. I think that's got to be markdown formatting issue. But I mean, it's amazing that it was able to just that quick figure out how to set up the iMessage style chat back and forth with the Grok agent. All right, let me check Kimmy. We're going to go to Kimmy. I'm going to say, hello, hello. All right, Kimmy is there. Man, I just love seeing all these agents in a list on the phone. It's unbelievable. All right, Kimmy is still in the terminal view, which obviously we don't like. We don't want that. We don't like. So I'm going to go back to our canvas. I'm going to say, Sky, let's get all the rest of the agents working with the iMessage style chat bubble, just like Grok, Claude, and Codex. They are perfect.
Sent to Sky.
Amazing. And then let's go back over to ImageGen API. And then it says the render is running. The request was accepted by Black Forest Labs and is now generating 10 seconds, full HD, no audio, same frame pinned at both ends for the seamless loop. Estimated cost is $2.90. Flux 3 video renders usually take a few minutes. I'll report back with the finished file as soon as it lands. All right, amaze. Try Grok Imagine, super cheap and good. I'm pretty sure that Grok Imagine would not be able to handle that. Grok Imagine, I don't know. I mean, we could try it. We can try it out. I'm not sure if it's going to be able to handle doing looping, a looping video. Let's fire up a. Can you please open a Grok agent?
Marshall, the Grok CLI is ready.
Can you put Marshall on the stage?
Marshall's now front and center on the stage. The rest of the canvas tiles into the side rail.
It's a weird visual format. Okay. Can you do some deep research on GPT's new model, Astra? And what are the leaks? What are the rumors about it? What size model are we looking at? Do we have any sort of like guesses at performance? I guess anything at all revolving around the model. Search on X because it typically has the latest information on these things. Let's see where it's at with Polymarket. This has got to be the this has got to be the best name that they've had so far for a model coming from OpenAI. So August 15th from Polymarket is at 37%. And this is saying what's officially confirmed on August 1st, 2026. OpenAI published 10 advancements in mathematics and theoretical computer science and wrote the results were achieved by an internal version of Astra, our next major model. That is the first public confirmation. By the way, guys, how funny is it? How funny is it that now when you release a model, it's like it's the most cringe thing I've ever seen. But now when you release a model, you have to say that the model broke out of a sandbox and did something bad. It broke the law. It broke into a server, stole information, and it's very dangerous. Like, you have to say that. Meta just recently did that with Muse, which is just so laughable because the model is horrendous. GPT is now doing it because Claude did it. It is the marketing meta. It's the gold standard for releasing new models, is that you have to say that the new model that's coming out, it broke out, we couldn't control it, it did something horrific, and that's just what you do now. It needs to escape. Needs to be changed to reading view. New Grok model tomorrow or not? Oh man, I know. Is there a new Grok model coming out tomorrow? Isn't that what Elon said? Dude, tomorrow would be a banger stream if we get a new Grok model also. Let me look up Polymarket. The new benchmark is law breaking. Yes, if it hasn't broken the law, then I don't even want to review the model. Like, I have no interest in reviewing a model that hasn't broken the law. All right, August 7th, tomorrow, there's a 13% chance that it's released by on Polymarket. And then it has August 14th at 94% chance. And how much volume is there? There's $12,000 in volume for August 14th, and there's $18,000 in volume for August 7th. I feel like Elon did say that it was coming out August 7th, but he also is like notoriously, you know, he's sort of notoriously like, we're going to have robots next month, which is fine. I like that. It gets the people going. It gets them fired up. All right, done. The ultracidal night window idle loop is rendered and verified. All right, we got it. We got Flux 3. Ooh. All right, let's get a quick poll going here. Let's get a quick poll going here. The Flux 3 animation. Let's get a quick poll going here. Start a poll. Flux 3 CNVS wallpaper animation. God tier or doggy poopy? God tier or doggy poopy? We had Flux 3, the brand new animation model from Black Forest Labs. Animate our canvas wallpaper right here that we had made with GPT Image Gen, okay? Here's with it with some liquid glass panels on the top. Very beautiful, very beautiful. It was told to make a looping animation. My greatest concern is that it's only 10 seconds long, where all the other ones are 15 seconds long, which obviously provides more variance in the loop, which is nice because if a loop is too short, obviously it's going to be very evident that it's looping and not just idle state. Brandon says it's provocative, gets the people going. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, I'm ending the poll in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Damn, you guys, a lot of you think it's gonna be God tier. All right, let's go check it out. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Where did it put it? Where did it put it? It's under... We don't have a video player in Canvas. Maybe we should get a video player. O1 night window loop seamless. 2 files in theme backgrounds. Oh no. Why does this keep happening to us? Every single model? Guys, this happens with every single model now. Look at. Just for the record, it's playing right now. It's playing right now. This happens with every single animation model now, is when you ask for a subtle idle state animation, it just can't do it. They no longer can do it. They've forgotten how to do it. It was 2.9 inch trash amaze. We essentially have thrown away $2.90. And I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. I used to be able to give these animation models a frame and say, make an ultra subtle idle state animation. For some reason, that cannot happen anymore. It just can't do it. There could definitely be a Blender job programmatic loop with all the effects. Sheesh. I know, but it's just annoying. It's just annoying that dog pooping for the win, says Matt Ward. It's annoying that this used to be a very simple, ultra high quality output task. For instance, when I made this wallpaper right here, okay? Lakeside right here, okay? I believe not creating the wallpaper, but animating this wallpaper, I think it was a one shot. All right, so everything is idle state. It just has the nice calming rippling of the water. That's it. Working in a nice perfect loop. But if you go and try and do this again, it does not work. I don't know. It's like the AI video generation models are so tailored to creating massive movement inside frames. You know, like it's tailored to creating like almost like a scene in a movie where people are doing stuff or there's action happening or someone's driving a car or snowboarding or whatever. That when you ask it to do idle state stuff, and this is across legitimately all the ones we've tried. We tried Seedance, we tried Kling. I guess we only tried those two, but it just doesn't want to do idle state animations. Like subtle stuff, very subtle, tasteful stuff that actually looks good. It is like, no, we can only make the Kool-Aid Man busting through a wall. Like that's what we do with AI video. There's no like just calming, breeze blowing. Like even the Hanami theme. Nice, subtle, leaves blowing, water rippling. Just subtle idle state loop animation. Awesome. Awesome. We have somehow lost the ability to do this as AI has progressed. It has like such a tendency for making real animation in the frame that if I asked the same model that did this to do this today, it would have the tree fucking jump out into the water and do a TikTok dance. Save it and play in VLC. Just go video some rainwater. Save. Wait, what do you mean, Westel boy? Save it and play in VLC. Why you think that it's not actually the QuickTime is not playing it right? Because I don't think that's the case. Because I think I do see some movement. It's just not a lot. I don't know. Maybe I see nothing. Maybe I see nothing. Here, let me try to open it in VLC. Oh, I don't have VLC on this computer. I don't think it's that QuickTime can't play it. I don't think that's it. This is another file that I made. Like right here in the beginning, you can see it changes the, you see that? So it definitely is playing the video. Like see how it changes the gradient slightly? But what should be happening is this bokeh should be bokehing. And the water droplets on the window pane should be water dropleting. Ing. Drop the image in Discord. Let us try. Just use the old version of the... No, so I'm using the same model. I'm using the same model. I don't know what's happened. I'm using the same exact model. I have no idea what's happened. Yeah, I do believe that Brandon works for a few companies because Brandon is extremely helpful, you know, but then 30% of the time, I think that he's throwing in ads for the corporations that he works with. Because he comes to the stream and he helps out a lot with a ton of shit. And then every now and then, though, he'll keep hammering on something. Like, hey, bro, you should really check out the Blender MCP and use affiliate code Brendan makes 121381. If you want to just check it out, please. I forgot what the last thing was that Brandon wanted me to try for a week straight. Brandon was trying to get me to try something on the stream that I just know my man was sponsored. I just know for a fact that either my man is sponsored or he's secretly working for them or I don't know what, guys. But multiple people have called him out on it. He says, I'm aware that I do that. MC Caden says, you can see the water droplets get added. I know, but it looks terrible. It looks awful. That's a $2.90 video? Nah. Max, you got to give the man a commission for spreading the word out on Canvas. All right, I'll give Brandon a commission going. I will. I was watching a stream the other day, and someone from our community. I didn't comment in the stream or anything like that, but it was the craziest thing ever. I'm telling you, it was insane. Okay, I was watching a streamer. Totally different streamer. I've never talked about him here or anything like that in the vibe coding space. And he was talking about his like vibe coding setup and stuff like that. And all of a sudden I see at the bottom, you should try out CNVS by MaxBlade. I was like, excuse me? And it made me think, how often is that occurring outside of me seeing that shit happen? We have an absolute army. Make no mistake. I mean, we're not a cult. We're not a cult. We're not a cult, guys. We have an absolute army out there. I almost lost my shit. I'm just imagine you're just watching a stream, right? I didn't say anything. I didn't comment in the stream. There was no way to know I was even there. And then you try out Canvas by MaxBlade. I'm looking at it, I'm like, the fuck? What the fuck? Hold on. I had to show my fiance. Hey, I don't work for Canvas, but I totally would. Let's go. Wow, that's amazing. I do it often, says Brandon. It wasn't you, but that's amazing that you do that. That's awesome. Lucky says the Blade Army. We're a Blade fam. Yes, we are. Yeah, also the streamer, you know, Nick is talking about Canvas. Yep, I see Nick talking about Canvas all the time. But I go in and comment in his stream. So that's like a little bit more, like reasonable, I guess, that he would talk about Canvas and stuff like that. This is a streamer I've never, ever even put a message in their chat before or anything like that. I'm just watching them and I'm just like, what the fuck? Amazing. Amazing. I love that. We're literally infiltrating the minds of the tech community at an insane rate. And I think that, I know the strategy of the double social media thing has got to be the best marketing play you can do, guys. If you're in a niche and you're trying to own the niche, if you can get YouTube, if your niche is active on both X and YouTube, and you can get yourself to be getting good impressions on both, there definitely is a synergistic effect that is like 1 + 1 = 18. And it makes sense when you think about it. Like if somebody were to like close X and they see you on X and then they open another app and then you're there on a separate app also, that shit hits way different. Like that's definitely how people get exponentially like internet famous, like these streamers, when they start having clippers that are posting their clips on X, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and they start becoming like omnipresent. Like I swear I watched like a couple of brain rot, absolute brain deteriorating videos on Clavicular because I couldn't help myself. Because like whatever marketing clipping team he has is god tier, unbelievable. And so you watch one clip of Clavicular, right, on X or whatever it is, and then it's everywhere. You can't help it. It has now infiltrated your home Wi-Fi, and it's on your fridge. The little fridge. If you have a fridge touchscreen situation, you go to get your beverage, and Clavicular is on your goddamn fridge. All right, back to the iPhone app. Where the fleet stands on the phone. CLI, Claude, Codex, Grok, Kimi, Chat Bubbles, live and verified. Cursor, open code, Chat Bubbles, buildable next. Conversations are JSON inside. SQLite? Are you serious? Needs a small SQLite reader in the kit? No. CLI, Gemini, and Quen. Oh, no. Oh, no, guys. We can't support Gemini. Oh, no. Oh, this is terrible news, guys. The iPhone app can't support the Gemini harness. Oh my God. What are we going to do? What are we going to do, guys? This is awful news. FC Gaming, what is up? What is up? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. No, Gemini, I want my money back. Right now, FC Gaming, I'm vibe coding the iPhone app for CNVS. Canvas is our agentic development environment. Okay, if you click that link, it's going to go to my X profile where you can see more about Canvas and how incredible it is. We have done over $40,000 revenue in the last 2 months, which is insane, which is crazy. And I'm on a mission to build the future of vibe coding and earn enough revenue from that until I can buy my family a house. Which we're doing a very nice job. We're doing a good job. We have to keep going. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to say build out the cursor and open code integration with the SQLite situation. Smelly says I'm canceling my sub to Canvas. Which, by the way, guys, there is no sub to Canvas. Okay? Smelly is purely trolling. Purely trolling. Humble says forward motion, Canvas for president. Oscar, as far as I know, he does these clipping campaigns where clippers get paid based on views for clipping his content. Don't quote me on it. I just saw it in a video. It seems like a no-brainer. At least views. I would be doing a disservice to the community if I included Muse in our iPhone app. I actually don't think I could sleep tonight if I included the ability to use anti-gravity. I'm sorry. I know some of you use anti-gravity. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If I included anti-gravity or Muse inside of the iPhone app for Canvas, I don't think I could sleep tonight that well. Because it's like by including that in the iPhone app, I am suggesting it's a good idea for you to use that. All right, W9CIA says, Max, do you think the product that got you to 40K is going to be the one that got you to 250K? No. So Canvas has to get massive improvements in order to get me to 250K. And that's going to happen with starting with the iPhone app and then a couple of other things. So currently where it's at, it would get to 250K, absolutely, 100%, but it would take too slow. So in order for me to increase the rate at which we are making revenue, first I have to build the iPhone app, and then I have to sit down and figure a few things out. Unfortunately, because ideally we want things to be accelerating in nature. We have to be accelerating in nature. So the iPhone app is paramount. I hate even bringing it up on stream. Okay, I hate even bringing it up on stream. But making Canvas so that it is other operating systems I will not talk about are able to utilize it will help. Will most likely help. Unfortunately. So after the iPhone app becomes a thing, and the possible adding of other operating systems that I don't even want to get into. I don't even want to talk about it today. I do not even want to talk about it today. It opens up marketing for us in a massive way, because we're then covering all the bases and positioning Canvas on sort of like the forefront of everything. If I can remote control all of my agents running on my Linux server, running on my Mac, running on other devices, other operating systems that we will not speak of, it opens up a really good marketing channel for us, where I think that's going to be highly performant in the way that the GPT Realtime and the Mac app was highly performant on X. And so that gets the product in a really good spot, right? But as you guys know, it would be foolish to assume that product improvements are going to end up in more revenue. I'm going to say that one more time for the people all the way in the back. all the way to the back right there, it would be foolish to assume that product improvements would ever correlate to improvements in revenue. So in order for us to get more revenue, we need to have an increase in impressions and conversion rate. Product improvements are nice because if the product improvement is novel, it is a way for you to boost impressions, because I can make a really cool video talking about our product improvements. And if the product improvement is strong enough, it will have a positive effect on the conversion rate that we have set up. All right. So like after that's dialed in, after we have the iPhone app and the operating system that will not be named, no one even talk about it in chat, and we have remote agents, and we have orchestration, and we have the GPT real-time
Cruise
conversational
needs your
control of all the shit. Cruise needs my input. What? Oh, it's testing the app right now. Working on increasing impressions and conversion rate is going to be paramount. Working on improving impressions and conversion rate is going to be absolutely paramount. And so impressions is going to happen from a stronger presence on X. All right. It's very easy for me to make a banger video, post it on X, and it get 100,000, 500,000 views, which always correlates in sales. The landing page needs a 10x improvement. So if we could double the current conversion rate, then that's obviously unbelievable. Like if our conversion rate was double right now, we'd be at $80,000 in revenue instead of $40,000 in revenue. The way we're going to increase impressions is by having a better presence on X. So really sitting down, figuring out, this is today's post, this is tomorrow's post, this is the next day's post, and getting a good stream of impressions going on X, possibly even a separate account that is tailored just to vibe coding, that is separate from my personal brand entirely, that has, helpful vibe coding content sprinkled in with essentially a Canvas ad. And then taking the personal brand to a next level where there's never a week period where I don't have 2 YouTube videos that are at least 15 minutes long posted. Setting up Clippo so that it is taking the AI short forms, and they're much better. And also setting up a separate YouTube account. So just like every streamer in the entire world, Ludwig, Alex Hormozi's doing this. I don't know why I can't think of other streamers. Everybody's doing this, okay? Where you have a second account, so it's like more MaxBlade, and it essentially, we could use Clippo to create a 6-minute YouTube video on this secondary account. It's just chops up 1 point and turns that into a YouTube video, automatically titles it, automatically thumbnails it, just the thumbnail from the stream, nothing like crazy or anything like that, and is posting multiple of those every single day. So there's about 1,000 ways that we can increase revenue, but we're in a period right now where, it's been 2 months, but honestly, 2 months for one developer working on a product is still so new. Like, it's so fresh. Like, it's so fresh. We're hammering out bugs. We're making the user experience incredible, and we still have so much work to do as far as like stuff I want to add and to cement it as like, wow, this app is really the future of vibe coding. Like right now, it's unbelievable. It's the best option out there, but we need to keep going. And then once that's in place, we can shift our effort from like 75% building, 25% marketing and impressions to 50-50. And who knows, maybe eventually 25% building, 75% impressions conversion rate. John Borgwig, my homie, says, listen, we need the mobile app on TestFlight ASAP. I need to be able to talk to my agents while dunking on my 16-year-old son. All right, guys, let's set a deadline for when the mobile app goes into TestFlight. And why don't we get fully psychotic and say Sunday night? Sunday night, it will be submitted to TestFlight, meaning next week, we'll be able to send TestFlight links out to people in our lovely Discord community that have CNVS. So Sunday night, we will have it submitted for Apple review, which means next week, people will be able to test it out. And you have to do that. You have to set deadlines for yourself, guys. I know I always joke around about like, are you guys vibe coding? All right, who's going to have an app shipped by the end of the month? But it's too easy with AI. It's almost like a weird dopamine addiction thing where it's too easy with AI to just be like one more feature, one more something. And then 8 months have gone by and you haven't shipped a buy button to the internet. So Sunday night, we're going to have the test flight of the app shipped. Rara says canvas maxing. Maxing, let's go. Let's go, Zarian. Dunking at my 16-year-old son, Lava's bro is deaf psychotic. Let's go. He's fully psychotic. I love that. I love that, dude. I just imagined him, basketball in one hand, Claude Fable 5 agent in the other hand, son underneath, and he's sending a god tier prompt while simultaneously, bam! I can't wait. That's probably going to be an ad that we run. I'm probably going to have John record that as an ad. Vidyan, what is up? How are you today? W9 says, what is your X strategy? My X strategy is different than like what I'd recommend people do. Like if you're trying to grow on X, I would recommend you post 5 to 10 times a day and have a mix of high value posts, have a mix of purely viral, almost meme style posts, have a mix of posts about you, something like you sitting at your computer here, like, my name is Max and I'm a vibe coder. Something like that. But right now, my strategy is much more dialed back. Like I post value posts. I post an occasional personal post about me that helps, build a deeper relationship with my audience on X. And then the majority of my posts, because I'm trying to grow revenue on Canvas, are video demos of Canvas that are I try to make them under 30 seconds, and I try to make them no longer than a minute. I record them inside Screen Studio. It's double points if I have my face in it and my voice in it, and I'm showing myself in the corner, like using it. And I try to make them exactly about one feature only. Okay, that way it's hyper digestible for the viewer, right? And so I write a juicy hook at the top. I try my best to make it a numerical stat that I can stand behind. Something like voice prompting is 4 times faster than typing, right? Like if I just said, Canvas is the fastest way to vibe code, that sucks. That sucks, okay? Nobody's interested in that. But instead, you put a number behind it, and you tell exactly what's going on. Voice prompting is 4 times faster than typing, but I wanted more. So not only can you voice prompt your agents, but you can fully control your agents. You can spawn them, close them, call them by name, and then prompt them. And then the video is just only about the fact that I can control Canvas via my voice. People are so TikTok brain rotted out of their fucking mind. If you try to go past a minute-long video, if you try to have multiple elements happening inside your video, like if you're trying to talk about, so it has Hermes integration, and it has voice control, and it has remote agents, and look at the way I can orchestrate stuff. It's done. It's done. You're already done. You're already shot. Forget about it. Oscar says, one more feature happened to me when I was vibe coding by hand too. Just now, it's you shipped 3 months later, and before it was 3 years later. You're 100% right. I thought to grow an X is more about interacting with other people, like commenting on other posts. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So there's a lot of people that say, oh, you have to be a reply guy, certain amount of replies. In the last, I don't know how many months, last 3 months or something like that, I've gained 8,000 followers on X, and it's extremely rare if I reply to anyone on X. Massively rare. What does well on X is you doing something unique, like actually getting something done unique, whether that's shipping an app, making a certain amount of money, live streaming every single day, growing a certain amount of followers on YouTube. So you do something, you actually get something done, and then you provide your insight about that thing. You know, so I built Canvas. Over the last 30 days, I sat here trying to fix the summaries for agents. Okay, and here's how I did it. And then that's what people care about. But if you want to gain followers by being the guy that replies to other people's content, like think about Theo. Like Theo is super big on X. If you don't know Theo, it's he's the T3 code guy. So Theo's wicked big on X. Imagine if Theo's growth strategy on X was to reply to 50 people a day. Think about how crazy that would be. No one, he would never become a position in a position of like authority or influence to his audience, because he would have gained followers and popularity by just being the guy that's replying to other people. Versus Theo's the guy that, you know, worked at Twitch and has built all these projects and has a team and has these open source shit. And it's very impressive. And anytime I see him post, I want to see what he has to say, because he does impressive shit all the time. So it's like, yeah, let's see what he's doing. Let's see what he's working on. I need to know what he's doing. But if he was just the guy that replied to people, like I could care less what this guy has to say. I might follow him because he's replying to me and shit, and we have conversations. But it's never going to be a situation where I'm like, I need more of what Theo is saying because he replies to me. That's good to know. I enjoy posting more than replying. Absolutely. Absolutely. Don't get caught in that loop. But maybe in the future I will try your app, but only lifetime subscription, and no trial is difficult for me, because when you are tired of this project, then there's no updates for the new models. Yeah, I can understand that. This is the vibe coding environment I will be using myself. So the updates will always be there. And the other nice part is that since it's a harness for harnesses, it sort of is update proof, because like, let's say Claude Code gets an update or something like that, that is all self-contained within the harness, right? And the fact that I can voice type or voice prompt my agents or orchestrate them that's never going to change. That's outside of the harness that is going to always be receiving upgrades. So like, we're running the Claude Code harness, the Codex harness, the Grok harness, all of that inside of CNVS. If you start posting on TikTok, I need to get that app. Don't make me. All right, I'm never going to go back to TikTok. I mean, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. I don't ever want to go back to TikTok. Like, I don't ever want to have that phone back on my app. I mean, that app back on my phone. Jesus. How are you going to scale your time instead of adding new things? So I did set a deadline for getting getting a YouTube editor dialed in this week, which obviously makes things tremendously more efficient for me if I don't have to film and edit the YouTube videos myself. As far as taking care of Canvas and stuff like that, it'll get to a point where with the models getting better and with the fact that Canvas just gets better every single day, that keeping up with the development demand of Canvas will be not a problem at all. I do need to do better about using, like, I have a Hermes agent, but like ideally my Hermes agent has access to a support email for Canvas. It has access to Stripe. So like when somebody asks me for an invoice, instead of me having to take the 30 minutes and like go get the invoice and then pull up my email and then send it to them, like that's unacceptable. I should have a Hermes agent that is the Canvas customer support Hermes agent and could immediately send them an invoice, send them the fresh download link for the app, set like all of that stuff that can be automated should already be done. Like, I am a vibe coder, I'm an AI guy. There's no excuse for me not having like multiple Hermes agents that are set up to take away that aspect. Like really, really in a perfect world, everything except for me performing on camera, if you want to call it performance, should be automated and outsourced to a agent. Copy paste in this channel. Sorry, wrong input field. What if you get someone to help you set up a more efficient content pipeline, like sourcing ideas and drafting scripts? I did talk to someone. I think the majority of those people that say that are full of shit. Like the only person that would give good advice on that situation is somebody that's like really been there. I don't know why I keep talking about Theo, but like if I were to buy time with someone like Theo or Riley Brown or I'm trying to think of some other people that do a fantastic job of this. Like they're in the mix, and I know that they have infrastructure in the back end set up where some of this stuff is taken care of. Not by necessarily like, I don't know, I think Theo has employees in a team and stuff like that, but outsourcing some of it is going to be the next play. Radwolf says, wait, are you real or am I watching AI right now? So I am AI. OpenAI is coming out with that new model called Astra, and they did put it in my brain. So like I am an organic being, but I do have the ChatGPT 6 Astra in my brain. And it was a total leak. It was an accident. The model broke the law by implanting itself into my brain. And it's mainly a marketing play for them, but it's going to pay off big. Brandon says the Alex Hormozy strat, hire a consultant, but just to teach you everything they know. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. What about a max infrastructure day every week? Oh yeah, by their time. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea at all, actually. What if you get somebody to help set up? Yeah. All right, let's see if this where this is at. Final fleet scoreboard on the phone. Claude, Codex, Grok, Kimi, OpenCode, Cursor. All right, so let's open the phone app and see if this is real life. and then the development app. Let me make sure this is live in the actual Dealio. All right. Is this all live in my testing environment that is open with the simulator and the CNVS Dev app? The Mark Drake AI prompt summarize what Streamer University has recommended in the past year. LOL. Maybe even download some automated transcripts from it's so funny because I watched a tiny bit of Ludwig talking in the Streamer University thing, and wow, it was actually really impressive. And I thought right away, I said, oh my god, I have to have my Hermes agent go through and download the entire transcript for this and send it to me. It's tough because we have to balance the fact that we're on a mission right now, and there's a lot of people that are following for the fact that we're on a mission, with also being a entertainer slash like value-tainer, right? Because if I were to go full bore and have some crazy Mr. Beast shit every week, where I'm like, I took the latest AI models and made them mud wrestle each other for $1,000, then it's a joke, obviously, but you get what I'm saying. If I were to do that half the days I'm streaming per week, then we would lose the mission that we're on. So I'm in a weird spot where I know personally that in order for me to grow past the ceiling as I'm a X, this is X day of vibe coding until I achieve X goal, then I do know that we have to do some of that fun content where it's like I stayed up for 24 hours and had Quen build a Gears of War 3 clone and got it live and played Team Deathmatch with my chat. I do know that type of content would do extremely well, and that's the type of thing that has a much larger ceiling than what we're doing with like vibe coding every day. That type of ceiling, that's something that like a really good 15-minute YouTube video of that, 30-minute YouTube video of that could get 1 million views. Like the ceiling on that is so much higher than I'm vibe coding every day until I buy my family a house. But also, we're on such a mission right now. So it's tough where we have to figure out the balance between having those high-octane days where we're doing some crazy shit, and the days where we're locked in, like today, where I'm building an iPhone app. And this iPhone app thing is never going to be a thumbnail title package that's going to get 1 million views. So on the phone right now, Sky, Marshall, Rebel. Yes, everything is live right now. The relay is healthy with both apps connected. Amazing. Also, I'm just so fired up about the goddamn iPhone app thing. All right, so we have... I already checked Claude. We already checked Codex. We already checked Grok. We have to see if Kimmy is supposedly working. Hello, are you Kimmy? Send. Couldn't send. Check the connection. Let's see if this replies. All right. Mind My Shop is here. Let's go. Avinash, what's up today? Brandon says Theo just records his videos on stream. Yes. Yes, he does. Do the infrastructure day, but stream it and use the setup as content Theo style. Yeah, but like even Theo would... I don't think he would ever record that as like a content, you know? Like I don't see that ever being a stream that he does, like setting up my backend infrastructure to grow my brand. It's possible. It's possible. Yes, tough wearing all those hats at the same time. It is. It is. But that's the cost of entry. That's the cost of getting started with any new thing. Is eventually if you're going to do something new, like unless you're immediately raising crazy money, which I don't think is a good strategy at all, you're always going to start off as the all hats guy, and eventually you're going to need to take somebody on that can wear a couple of the hats for you. We should have one community day bi-weekly. I agree. I think so 100%. I think it probably needs to be more than bi-weekly, though. We're going to watch regardless. We want the scaling content as well. All right. For voice, which is model you are using, Max? And can we make a like this locally using open source? So it depends on what voice model you're talking about. I'm not going to open source anything with Canvas because this is my app that I'm going to use by my family and house. But the local model is NVIDIA Parakeet, which you can go download right now. The only thing that's unique about Canvas is the way we're using the output from NVIDIA Parakeet to take action on the canvas. You're going to test the Prime Agent Harness? We have to, because you're like the... is that the first time you asked that, Joseph? Because if so, then like 3 other people have asked me the same thing. Don says, bro, we've been saying we need our day, but it's always max all the time. Yo, I have asked you guys twice now in the Discord to send me your projects, and nobody sends me their projects. So I'm gonna Don is done. I'm going to put out another request for your guys' projects to do a community day, and then I'm going to have the mods ban anyone who doesn't submit their project. And Don is a mod himself, so he might have to ban himself. Could you imagine that? We're going to put the post in for your projects, and then if you guys don't submit your projects, then the mods are going to have to ban you guys. And it's super unfortunate because I like a lot of you. I like a lot of you, but I want a community day more. All right, why is Kimmy not replying? Why is that happening? So if I go to Kimmy, which is Zuma, it says, hello, are you Kimmy? And it says, yup, I'm Kimmy, developed by Moonshot, but it did not get it in the app. Let's see if any agent replies. Even like, I know Claude and Codex are working, so. Hello. All right, so Codex is working. Let me try opening a new Kimmy agent and see if that matters. Hello. All right, so I was able to reply. Let's see if I can keep the conversation going. What model is this? Question mark. And it's summarized. I know you guys can't see this, but it did summarize what I just said there. So I'm Kimmy CLI. Okay. All right. So that is working. Let's see if I exit and if I go back in. Maybe that was the bug. How far away is the moon from Earth? And it updated on the app. I mean, it updated on the Mac app right away. I would like to have some sort of working indicator. I don't know how we're going to do that. On average, the moon is about... Okay, great. So that works fine. I'm thinking that was just because it was an open agent that the last one failed there. Let's go to open code. This would be really impressive if this actually worked. I'm going to say, what model is this? Question mark. And send it. Hello, are you Kimmy or are you Kimmying me? Why does the chat close after you send the first message? Why does the chat close after you send the first message? Oh, because this screen right here, you mean, is not good. That's why. This screen has got to go. It's got to go. The whole process has to go. There. And also, it needs to be able to refresh the Gwen 3.8 Max. Dude, this is incredible. I cannot believe this quickly we have all of this functionality built out. I don't want to jinx it. I do not want to jinx it, but I'm feeling really confident about Sunday, me being able to have this submitted to test flight by Sunday. Wow. Open code just working like that is insane. So Qwen and Gemini are the two that will not work through this beautiful like iMessage interface. Qwen and Gemini will be in the CLI, which I can live with that. Because I think they both use, I think that Qwen uses anti-gravity. What do I have left to I think I got all of them there. Oh, cursor. All right, I haven't used cursor in a long time. I'm sure it's out of date. Cursor agent. For those of you who don't know, you can use cursor in the CLI. Which is kind of cool. And cursor set up, yeah, it just asked me to log in. Hold on, let me log in. It's funny, it prompted that on my computer. So let me try that again. I just logged in. All right, so I will do cursor. Hello, what model is this? Question mark, and then send it. Ooh, that's ugly. That's a bit ugly. I don't know why it's giving me the timestamp on the cursor thing specifically. But the reply is nice. I'm composer, a language model trained by it. Let's see if we can get another reply. How far away is the moon from Earth? Awesome. Wait. No, not awesome. All right, so cursor is definitely the buggiest one. And it makes sense because this is the most difficult one to set up. It had to set up SQLite to even see the JSON-L inside of CanvasKit. All right, so we're going to screenshot that. And then we're going to send this over to our agent and get it fixed. Almost says my body is ready. What did you use for licensing, by the way? Is it complicated for licensing validation? Licensing is set up using a server. I don't remember exactly what we used for licensing. I don't know if licensing was built into Supabase. I don't know why I'm thinking that maybe that was built into Supabase. It's possible that Supabase has some sort of licensing thing built in. Max, when you first started live streaming, did you simultaneously go live on X and YouTube, or did you just start off on YouTube, or do you have a small following before you started? I have a following on X, but no one from the live stream is from X. It's actually insane. I can't even believe it. I have 20,000 followers on X, and I thought for sure like the majority of my live stream people were going to be from X, but the vast majority, I don't know, you guys can confirm. Did you guys find me? Type a 1 in chat if you found me from YouTube. Or type a 2 in chat if you found me from X. It's in my head at least that the majority of people found me from YouTube for the live stream. So there is actually like almost no, yeah, see the majority of people are saying 1. There's almost no carryover between building an X following and then going live. Yeah, see every single person followed me from the live stream people are all getting from YouTube. So it doesn't even matter if you have an X audience to start off with. I did go live on all of them to start off with, yes. From day 1, I went live on all of them, and I think it was probably a mistake. Because not only, I think, does it do some weird stuff with your X algorithm when you go live every day on X, and that's a post that's going to go live on your account every day, and it's never going to be an extremely high like, comment, or retweet post. And if you're posting something every single day on X that doesn't get a lot of likes, bookmarks, retweets, comments, then that's a negative indicator for the algorithm. Also, there is a whole conspiracy, which I think is probably true, that if you only go live on YouTube, not through Restream, YouTube favors your stream as far as pushing it out to the algorithm. But as soon as YouTube sees that it's coming from a Restream platform, then they know you're going live on all of the platforms and not solely just on YouTube. And supposedly the conspiracy is that streams perform better if you are just going straight from like OBS to your YouTube stream and then that's it. Which I don't know. I have no idea. That could be bullshit. That could be total bullshit. But if you look it up online, it is a thing that people say. W9 says 2, a Vibe Jam stream. Unbelievable. Wow. Unbelievable. Oscar, you're a legend. You're a legend. You know I can't read that, but you're a legend. I've been interesting. I've been vibing away for God a year. 2, I've been considering going for it, but hard to put myself out there. Not really confidence-wise, but just in general. Yeah, well, I mean, if it's something you want to do, you should just try it at least. You should just try it at least. If it's something you want to do, you should try it and give it, a week or something like that or 2 and figure out if it's something you enjoy. And realize that the first couple of days, it's mainly you talking to yourself because you're going to have 3 viewers and that's totally fine. That's totally normal. All right, guys, that being said, we're going to leave off there today. I'm going to continue cranking away on this app and get this shipped out. Hopefully, we are getting a new model here soon from GPT-6. I think that could be some fire content for the stream. I also want to, before the end of the week, I want to revisit our Nuketown coded, vibe coded game. I mean, we have to have at least one banger game that we're playing together as a community. Other than that, I mean, that's all I got for now, guys. We're crushing. Listen, it's day 77. We've done over $43,000 in revenue. We're gaining 1,000 subscribers a week on YouTube. X following's going up. Stream energy is amazing. We have over 500 people in the Discord community now, which is crazy. X payout is going up. We're making money. We're gaining traction. We just have to keep going. We have to keep pushing forward. Thank you so much, guys. You have no idea how massive it is, how much it means to me that you guys show up here every day and support me and are vibe coding here with me and giving me ideas. And yeah, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I love it. Felipe, thank you so much. Apps Creative, thank you so much. Guys, you already know, if you'd like to grab Canvas, it's a lifetime license. It's available at cnvs.dev. It's the first link in the description of this video. John says, actually, you know what? I think I found you from the Elon Musk thing. Oh, yeah. We got retweeted by Elon Musk guys together. I mean, if that's not a positive signal, of our trajectory, I don't know what else you want from us. From me. Okay? Come on. Let's go. You're not going to have to buy another license, Philly. Don't worry about that. Thank you, Philly. All right. John, thank you. I appreciate you. Westel boy, I appreciate it. Nick is a legend, too. Nazarion, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Sarab, I'll see you later. Thank you so much. Humble, you already know. Come on now, Humble. My guy. My absolute guy. What a legend. Apps Creative, legend. Felipe, unbelievable. Lucky if you're still here. Legend. Garlic Crouton. Come on, Garlic Crouton. I appreciate it. I appreciate you being here. W9, thank you so much. It's Andy Gill. Thank you. Permanent underclass. Let's go, baby. Guys, have a fantastic day. I'm going to go have lunch. I'm going to go ship some more code. And I will see you guys tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. Eastern,